So before I go to bed, I'm just going to tell you that I just had a genuinely good day today. A genuine good time, actually. It's the first time in a very long time that I've had a good time. I'm talking like I came out of my fucking shell. I'm an introverted and timid person. And well, I went to a metal concert. I went to go see the Acacia Strain and Oceano at the Emerson Theater in Indianapolis. And it was a great fucking show. There was five bands, but I went there to go see the last two acts, which were the Acacia Strain and Oceano. Deathcore bands, if you listen to that kind of music, deathcore, the whole, metal, screaming, growling, death metalish kind of music and stuff. I recommend that you check them out. And I love these two bands, especially the Acacia Strain. I swear that band is just infinitely entertaining, despite using the same playing style over the years. They really haven't changed all that much, and but still, nonetheless, that band in particular is just entertaining, and they never get fucking old, as far as I'm concerned. That is. But yeah, I recently started going to concerts. I went to my first one last year in August with my sister. Her and I, we went to go see Marilyn Manson, Smashing Pumpkins, and Cage. And it was relatively a good show, but, just way too many fucking people and stuff. And, I wasn't really digging that kind of environment, with all the heavy security, the celebrity presence, and all this other stuff. You can't really mosh or anything. You can't get out of your shell at those kinds of events because of strict rules at the venues. But however, the last two shows I went to was at the Emerson Theater in Indianapolis. And the first show that I went to go see was Die Art is Murder and Rings of Saturn, plus Fit for an Autopsy, The Endeavor, and I believe that's it. But anyway, I had a good time, but I wasn't exactly feeling it at that show. I was kind of just still scoping out the environment. It's a new environment for me, so I just kind of just stuck into the crowd. I did mosh a little bit, but yeah, I was just mostly just watching the show and listening to the music and just banging my head. But however, this show that I went to, it went like this, right? The first act, which once again was The Endeavor, I believe that they're a local band. It seems like they're always there. Not many people were at the show in the beginning. It was relatively just quiet and stale. Not many people were feeling it. But I believe those guys will get better eventually. And then Culture Killer, was next, and the show started getting all pumped up and violent, and then Knocked Loose came out next, and the whole fucking crowd was piling onto each other. People were diving off the fucking stage and everything else. And then Oceano came along. The show started getting really fucking heavy. The bass was vibrating through your fucking body and shit, and I started getting to the crowd, and I started slam dancing and goddamn pushing, creaming motherfuckers in the mosh pit, and all this other stuff. But when the Acacia Strain, the last act, the main act came on, I just went full fucking heavy metal in that crowd. Once again, I'm slam dancing. My pants and the rest of my clothes were 20 pounds heavier from all the sweat that I have expelled. I am incredibly tired from this. But not in a bad way. I'm not sleepy. I feel like I just exercised a whole lot. And for much of the time that I was participating in the mosh pit, the vocalist of the second act, Culture Killer, he became my mosh pit buddy. Some way, somehow, we're both always bumping into each other and shit like that. We're both banging our heads and giving each other high fives, fist bumps, and shit like that. I tend to click really well with a lot of people from the metal community. I swear they are the nicest people on the entire fucking planet. I don't really care what anyone says. In fact, you're more likely to become my friend if you listen to metal. I feel that sort of tribalism, I guess. And then I started talking to, pretty much a lot of other people who were also at the show, but I mainly was just talking to many of the vocalists of all the acts that were at the concert. I talked to Vincent Bennett of the Acacia Strain, Adam Warren of Oceano. I talked to the vocalist of Knocked Loose. I hung out with the vocalist of Culture Killer, like I mentioned a couple minutes ago. And I talked to the vocalist of The Endeavor at this show and the previous show that I went to. All of them nice guys. And here's a little secret: I had a short-lived band myself, and I was the vocalist. I can do the screaming, and the growling, and the shouting, and the pig squeals, and all this other fucking bullshit as well. But however, that band fell apart because a couple of the members were overly emotional and manic depressive, and they just fucking quit for no reason. So yeah, shit happens. But anyway, for my entire life, I've always been this, introverted and timid person. I am more of an observer. I just watch things unfold, and I just don't really talk all that much. I don't really interact with many people unless they share the same hobbies as I do or the same interests, all this other stuff. But I guess as of today, I know what it's like to get out of my shell. I had a genuinely good time. I think today is probably the first time that I can genuinely say that I had a good time. I am happy. And I'm glad that I went to this concert. It was quite an eye-opening experience for me, and I feel like a giant weight has been lifted off my chest. I finally just came out of my fucking shell, and it's awesome.